What's up, Alphas? It's your boy Alphas. I'm made looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And of course, it's Bel-Air, season 2, episode 4. Don't kill my vibe. Of course, I'm joined with the amazing group to rate this show, tell you about the characters, break down this episode as we all do. My time has come, aka Monterey. How you doing today, Monterey?
We are good. Uniqo, you have a message in the private chat. Also, what up? It's your
Yes,
boy.
yes,
It's your boy,
yes.
Munray Hudson, back again. And, I got to represent my boy Will. This episode spoke to me in a special way, and my time has come. It really has. I was smiling just as much as he was. Whew.
And of course, below me represent Uncle Phil and all the things throughout this episode. Uniqo Williams, how you doing there, Uniqo?
I'm
Oh, I clicked the wrong one, my bad.
I am here to control everything.
And of course, you and me representing Carlton in one of the most interesting episodes. I had to find a good picture of my boy. They don't take good pictures of him online, so I had to find a good one.
Did y'all recognize how much he sounds like Childish Gambino?
He did, especially when he loud. I didn't notice that. When he get like the high pitch when he upset.
No, no, just more of the, whatever. Anyway, all right.
First up, of course, we got Monterey representing Will. Tell us about this episode. What you noticed about Will? The little bit of character development. Don't kill my vibe. Review, breakdown, recap, all of that.
Man, let me just tell you, simple review. Let me just let you know right now. My boy Will, he had this is the start of his development for this season. Really, we say prior to this episode, the first 3 episodes, more about him, pride, trying to find himself, getting his Bel-Air swag back, things of that nature. We got that. This episode definitely hit a snag because, as I predicted last week, I literally even said, if I recall right, that this could have very big ramifications for Will as a result of his whole fight the power movement last week, and of course he was the scapegoat because he's the one that really caused the most trouble, and he ended up getting suspended from school for a week. Not only that, the coach finally brought down the hammer and said, "Bro, you're off the team," or indefinitely suspended from the team. Regardless, so either way, he off the team for right now. Struck him hard. I knew something like this was probably coming because he got to face the ramifications. Even with that, he still chose not to, which I don't know if this is a good thing. He chose not to sell out Carlton's panic attack to the parents. And so it's still a secret that Carlton really needs the meds. So, it is what it is. He decided to keep that on the hold. But better than that. So what he decided to do, he's like, my boy's like, I'm finna try to go hook up with Doc again, get to this AAU team. Him and Uncle Phil went and scoped out the scene and everything. Uncle Phil's still skeptical, and he brought up plenty of good points that Will ain't really gonna bring no attention to. I let Uncle Phil hit up with that, just the fact that Doc wants, proceeds of not only any AIU, I believe, contracts you may get, but any contracts you get, period, he gonna want a percentage of. And for anybody wondering, that's indefinitely. That doesn't have a final date of when he stops getting paid. No, if you sign with him, he gets paid. Period. If you become big or anything of that nature. So, okay. So luckily, Uncle Phil was smart, made some amenities to that contract. It is what it is. He ended up joining AAU, but that ain't even my part. My part is when Jackie was like, "Oh, you want a glimpse into my world? Oh, my baby God." So you want a glimpse into my world? He's like, "Yeah, just give me a little glimpse in your world." She's like, "All right." He got that glimpse when I tell y'all, when they pulled into that dance studio and she was just going at it. I tell you, I lost my split. I lost all of it right there. Because me, I appreciate dancing. I really
Thank you, Jesus.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't even worried about how she was, just the gracefulness, the fact that she was dancing, to a song. I was happier than Will. I'm gonna tell you right now, at that moment, I folded quicker than lawn chairs at the end of the family cookout. I'm telling you, I folded. It was over with. It was done. I was like, you know what, baby? You got me. You got me. I'm sold. I'm done. That's it. Let any girl pull me like that. Meet me in a dance studio dancing and just no, a glimpse into my world. Look in my eyes, melt. I'm done. Until therefore, I don't blame Will at all. He is officially sold, even though it is a little bit wrong with him to leave Carlton hanging, but I 100% understand why you left Carlton hanging. And, Lisa was there, I would have probably went to Lisa and be like, hey, yo, Lisa, like, no, watch Carlton for a little minute. But she did that anyway. But hey, he sold, and at the end of the day, we find out that Jackie is officially the ops. So unfortunately, he sold to the man, and he don't really know it. Even though she doesn't look like she wants to be the ops, because it looks like she probably, got some actual feelings for Will. So she look like she don't really like being the ops, but she was the ops. We officially know she was the ops. But either way, I don't blame you, bro. I would have sold too. The time has come. So with. So my boy Will, this is the beginning of his AAU journey with Doc and everything, and it's probably gonna go very, very bad for him because he's literally being used to get closer to Uncle Phil and everything else. So he fell for the ops. I'd have folded too. We here, baby. We here.
Yo, they hit Will with that. They hit Will with that smooth suspension for a reason. They couldn't say you can't. Oh, you cannot get suspended for you protesting for black people. You got suspended for a safety violation.
Exactly.
They just snuck around. They just snuck around at Uniqo. Will had a really good story in this episode. Jackie was. I told y'all she a demon. I know demons when I see it. Demons lure you to hell. He signed a contract with the devil.
Thank you, Jaslyn Martin, for that follow. She only has 7,000 followers on Instagram right now. Y'all better hop on before it get hot. Also,
just to be fair, yeah. Okay.
Toya from Power also, what's that boyfriend, also don't have a lot of followers. So shout out.
Tariq girlfriend with
the dark skin one, the daughter of I can't think of her name. I gotta watch the show tomorrow.
It's all good. Hey, I just and just on Will's story, I legit thought that they was about to like pull up to like a random ass like gym that's dusty. No, he legit. I thought it was gonna be like he's like some shady dope dealer. No, he just I didn't know he was really just
bruh. He got a clean cut upstairs, my nigga.
Like, bruh, like he got a staff.
They got a barber upstairs.
I mean, yeah, but when you look at how much he getting, like,
that contract
the numbers, 10,000 just to join, 500 a month per player, and you get proceeds from any NIL contracts or major contracts they do for the duration of ever. Like, there's no maturity date on that. So Doc getting bank from all of this. Now, of course, he does have the connects and the college recruiters and everything, but still, he getting bank from every single person under him. So I understand why he can afford all that, bro. 10 grand just to join and 500 a month, bro. Let's be real. That's bank off of all those kids.
And it was hitting it. He hit like, listen, if he don't go pro, I get nothing. I only win if he wins. So I'm motivated to make sure he wins.
Yeah, nothing afterwards.
No grind, no grit, no greatness.
Yeah, that's what he said. No grind, no grit, no greatness. But by the way, you could joke into that in his part, but yeah, he did hit them with that. He did hit like, hey, if you don't make $80,000, I get nothing. I don't know what y'all talking about. If you don't make money, I don't get nothing. So it incentivized me to make sure he gets something, which kind of like, okay, I kind of get it. But if you say it like that,
next.
Yes, of course, the one, the only, the legendary Carlton.
Time.
I wanted Carlton specifically because even though I felt like Uncle Phil was a little more interesting in the episode, but I wanted Carlton specifically because I was completely wrong when he went with the story. Not completely. I was almost wrong. He did get jealous for a minute, and they completely like, oh, Carlton, you got the Founders Day Award. I'm like, dang, you gonna get the scholarship. You can go to any college you want. I'm like, okay. So now he's smiling, but then Yasmin saw it. And she like, oh, you a traitor. You just use us to look good and to set a deal just so you can make good with the Falcons. So when all the black was mad, it's kind of even. And then you didn't show up when it was time to show up. So you don't look bad because you looking like all surprised that everybody did this without your knowledge. So we took care of your cousin who was the problem. So you get the award. And Yas like, oh, you betrayed us. So he actually got what he wanted, but didn't, which goes into one of my points. More complex than we perceive with the struggle of personal success and culture. And that's what you see with Carlton throughout this whole episode. Like, I got what I wanted, but then I lost what I wanted. And then I got what I wanted. And then I kind of lost what I wanted. So it's like everything personal that he ever wanted, he's kind of getting. But he's also kind of feeling like he's losing something, which is the most strangest case because yes, this girl that really like him, he really like. I'm breaking it down. Like, okay, she don't like me no more. Okay, you didn't rock with me anyway until you found out I got problems. So I don't rock with you no more. As we found when that R&B song hit, that wasn't it wasn't a love song, Joe. When he got that text message, it was a breakup song. And I know that's a good tip. And he hit that delete on Yazzie thing on Yazzie phone. But before that, we go into another scene in which we try to figure out throughout this episode. Carlton was trying to figure out his true self in front of pressure. He was trying to figure out how do I maneuver in these scenarios where students hate me, but the faculty love me, and I'm getting what I want, but I don't want. So ultimately, they end up Will inviting him to the party of the group they were part of. He's like, come on, you part of this group, you go, and we going. He's like, nah, I don't think they really rock with me, I ain't going. But it's like, it's bowling. Carlton. And if y'all know, even from the original show, great callback, Carlton is an excellent bowler. He is an amazing bowler, which I love that callback. Soon Will said, I don't know how I'm going. He's like, it's bowling. Carlton. So as soon as he hit the bowling, they go bowling. And of course, Mate leaves me to my own vices again. While I'm out here in a scenario that I didn't want to be, that he convinced me to be in. But a girl called, that demon called, he had to go. So now I'm by myself. Shout out to Lisa, the ex, who's always holding it down. As Carlton said on the call, always to the rescue. But that's always that dude. I tell y'all, the dude that always hating to show up. He looked just like Drew. Drew like every dude I ever seen to hate. He sit there and dress up nice, come up hating. Oh, everyone, Carlton got the Founders Day Award. He sold us out. We should clap and congratulate him.
And he came straight for smoke, too. That's the wild thing. He came straight for smoke.
Yeah.
He had no hesitation.
And I'm like, oh, this big dude finna whoop Carlton. Again, I'm wrong. Carlton put them paws on my dude. I'm like, oh, this big dude finna handle a little skinny Carlton. It's over. Carlton like,
Get off, get off.
They had to pull him off. He get off of him. He tell everybody. I got anxiety. That's what y'all want to hear? I wanted him to say the N-word so bad. Just say, just to make a point. I know Joe would have. Just for extra credit to you.
Oh no, BAN. It would have been BAN all day.
Yeah. He go out there, he says that, he walks off, storms out. Everybody, Lisa hits him with that. This is what we supposed to be about? It's supposed to be a safe space for black people? And now one got anxiety and we try to pick fun up. And they all look bad, look down, embarrassed. They go to the car with him and Lisa's. I'm like, uh-oh. That little thing. Lisa, are we coming? And they do that little nudge thing. When you and your ex start trying to get back together. Jonah had it probably. Monday, I don't know. Monday probably had to. You be with your ex. Y'all ain't really been together. She nudge you. You nudge her back.
Man.
Quit playing with me.
I'm just going to say right now. It's going to do something to me because that's going to be a big. I mean, obviously the story is naturally different than the original Fresh Prince, but that's going to be a big turn if them two hook back up together. Oh, that's going to do something to me. It going to do. I ain't talking about Will the character. I just mean me. It going to do something to me. I really am not going to know how to process that. I'm really not. Like, if them two get back together, because they're already exes, but it was only something for like the first 5 to like the half the season last season. But that's if they get back together, if you even see them kiss, boy, it gonna do something. And we know last time Lisa was like, nah, Carlton, we separated. It's all with this whole season. The whole season different. This is a different Carlton. It gonna do something because at this point, I really don't know Carlton's trajectory because I really thought this whole fight would be later in the season.
Yes,
I didn't think it would be
they did it quick. Everything I thought they were gonna do, like he gonna be jealous of Will. He gets over it quick.
Like,
okay.
I don't know what it's gonna take.
Yeah. He gotta tell Yazzie, cause we all said it last week. He gotta tell Yazzie that he got anxiety, right? He gotta tell him because they're gonna be mad. That happened in the next episode. I'm like, okay. He had to do all this in one episode. I'm like, oh, this happened way quicker. That's why I was completely wrong on that. I thought it was gonna be like a season long thing. So I
Yeah.
don't even know where Carlton going. If he's
Bruh,
going with Lisa,
he can't be with her no more on the strength of, bruh, your cousin banged her down the hall, bruh. You go in that room like probably five times a day just to mess
but
with. I couldn't do it.
hey,
Bro, that
from
don't matter.
from one cousin to my cousin, I hit it first.
I mean, that's one thing too. Like Carlton kissed her first because they were together.
Hey,
And to be fair, now they haven't broached this subject in the show, but we know from the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air that Carlton was a known virgin, and something that they teased them about a lot in the show. If they approach that here, and because I'm just assuming him and Lisa, they never really broached that subject with Carlton, so we don't know. But
No, we do know because Will took her virginity.
no, I'm saying
oh,
like with
Oh,
Carlton,
okay.
oh,
like so
that is
if
true.
they
That's
come
legit.
together and kiss or anything like, do you know how awkward, not in a bad way, but just how perplexing that
That's
entire
wild.
thing is gonna be if those two even kiss? I ain't talking about
Well,
they have to get past the kissing part, but if them two just so happen to kiss and just like
that's
the
crazy.
perplexity around that entire thing
I know
is
that.
gonna be amazing. Because one will getting played, and eventually, him and Jack gonna have a conversation when he find out she the ops. He gonna want to go back to Lisa, but Lisa has been Carlton's main support besides Will, and now she's really his main support because Will find himself now. She's his main support, even though at the end of last season when he cried in her arms. Like she literally is his main support right now, and Will is off knowing his own stuff and just being jealous whenever he saw her with him, and then he would try to have his cake and eat too. Man, if those
Listen,
two kiss, bro,
Joe, bring it up. Joe, bring it up. Joe, Will took
Joe, you
her
got your moment, bro.
virginity.
I
Oh,
don't
Joe,
even
that's
know.
wild.
You can have your moment. I don't
Your
even know no more.
your cousin took your ex virginity, and then she took your virginity after she was your ex before.
Because
Well,
that was a momentous moment in Fresh Prince when Carson got broke in by that older lady, bro.
Joe,
Just
that's
go,
a wild story, Joe.
just go, Uniqo. I'm gonna mute myself.
listen, I'm here today. I'm rocking with Monterey Rage. My
Hold
so
on, hold on. I got one more thing I didn't mention. I did want to mention that now Carlton is this is also important to me. Carlton is now the face of mental health and black people at the school, which I thought was amazing. And I didn't even know they was going to halfway go that way. So shout
yeah.
out to that. I just want to get that out because I did write it down. I don't want to skip over that because that is very vital. And he was smiling then, so it actually didn't go like a dark play path, which I thought it would. Whereas anxiety was just going to naturally get worse.
So I want to talk about Uncle Phil, aka Filthy Phil, aka I gotta know everything about everything at all times. Man, listen, we thought he learned his lesson last season about controlling everything, controlling your family and all that. And here he goes again. He trying to figure out what's going on with Jeff. He trying to figure out like why he being so distant and all stuff. You know why he's being distant, bro. We ain't tight like that quite yet. We ain't all the way there. We need time to heal because you just told me I'll work for you. So but Jeffrey's still doing his thing, and he's also come to find out that Jeffrey been working for him. Turns out, first of all, I was like, man, Uncle Phil at the crib way too much, man. Uncle Phil has been at the crib way too much. His ass need to go to work. That's my whole thought process this whole season at this point. Like, take your ass to work. You was in everybody damn business too much right now, man. Go to work. Go run for something. But apparently, and I was actually when I was like, where does he work? I was thinking about it. And then so it turns out that Uncle Phil went back to work for a law firm that he helped build up from the ground with his homeboy. And it turns out that his homeboy been making confidential phone calls because he's like, yo, you left us and we have to figure out what we gonna do. So yeah, and like the G that Jeffrey is, he went and got him. And dude said, it's not like I had a choice to be here. I had to be here. So Jeffrey doing his thing, still looking out, doing what he do, but he been making them after our phone calls is because he wants to sell it. He wants an acquisition with a bigger law firm. Because after Uncle Phil left, it was what it was. They had to eat. But it was Uncle Phil was who all the clients was coming for, and he the one that helped them do their thing. So that being said, he got that going on, and he's still worried about that. And then obviously with the Will situation, he took Will up there. He said, "You know what? F it. I'm gonna go see. The OG with you real quick. Let's see what's going on." Stuff seemed to be kind of going like he might was thinking about like just let him do it. But then he brought up old Miss Banks, aka his wife, Aunt Viv. She done hit the man up and heard him out and let me hear him out. And he all deals is off because you was about to do something without me. How dare you make a decision without me? How dare you go do something without me? And he went home and yelled at that woman about that behind that. He yelled at that woman behind that. Aunt Viv said, "When did I need your permission for anything?"
We better than
And
this.
so we see them have like, I mean, they have like every other episode, they have a good little debate talking to. No, they argue real quick. And Aunt Viv stands up for herself every single time. I appreciate that. But you know, shoot, Will buttered him up and he talked to his wife, and man, I love a woman that she just knew what to do. She grabbed that pillow, set that thing on her lap, and he already knew what to do. Woo!
I'm
I'm
folding
all
that moment
ears,
too. I'm
bruh.
folding that
I'm
moment
all
too.
ears in that situation, and rubbing my head too.
I'm folding that moment too. Let some woman get a pillow and be like, lay right here. Whole
Just
life story coming out.
let
Whole
me
life
talk
story.
to you. Facts. I'm telling you. So I definitely, it was two moments I folded. You spoke on one, I spoke on the other. I'm telling you. And yeah, so you know, talking to Aunt Viv doing her thing, man. Listen, they doing the best they can. It's just, you know, like I said, Uncle Phil, he trying he's trying. But he's trying to change like everybody else in this family is changing their dynamics. Now with Aunt Viv, they definitely didn't talk much about her art career other than the fact that Will was getting on her nerves because he's suspended. But you know, she still got her struggles she working with, but she is still trying to hold the family down. And you know, and I think Uncle Phil's trying to do the best he can. But you know, he gotta open up. And you know, I appreciate that aspect of them showing a man that can't be stuck in their ways and moving on. You know what I'm saying? And trying to change and have an open mind. I appreciated that fact of it. So that's where I stand with Uncle Phil, man. And he did remix that contract. We ain't signing it unless you do. Oh, hold on, you ain't getting everything, bro. So man, shout out to Uncle Phil for that, man. And like I said, this whole family is seeing a growth of some sort, man. I enjoy seeing that.
So if I'm gonna be the guy, I'm gonna be that guy. I don't really disagree with nothing Uncle Phil did to keep it being with you. I really
You
don't
might be
disagree with
right.
nothing that he did because one for I'm sorry, in my opinion, it was wrong for Anvil to go and not say nothing and go straight to Doc and just and then hey, like go on call him up. Like no, like I understand you got Will's best interest, but you don't just go to somebody that I already know I got bad feelings about and then we don't discuss it. And you just go there, and it's like, oh, so y'all basically finessed me to come down here. It's like, so I'm with him there because that's like, I don't really like that as much. Like I know Auntie Viv, she had big good interest, but no, that's one thing. And then two, y'all questioning Jeffrey, bro. Like I know my brother, something not right, and like he my brother, he in a house, he live with us. Like, bro, if something not right, something not right. So it's like it might be to me it's more than just hurt and we got to get through that. Nah, it's a little more than that. We found out last episode when he was trying to look at some stuff on the computer, so a little more than that. But I'm just I don't really disagree with nothing Uncle Phil did. Not really. Like me, this time he was fine. The whole thing with his brother, he's like, well, you were the star player. Once you left, we just got it. So I don't really disagree with nothing he did. That's all I got.
He can't be mad because he did say, "Yo, what was our deal? What would we do? I bring him in, you secure him." My boy, like, you stop bringing him in. Nobody was coming in the door. Half our lawyers left. What you mean, Phil? We gotta sell. We ain't got no money. Like I think he said his top lawyers all left because like Phil wasn't.
Yeah, they were losing lawyers and everything, man.
Listen, so we ain't had no money. What my job was to keep. Your job was to be the star. My job was to keep the lights on. The lights ain't on, bro. It's time to sell. So I did like that part. Um, so, we didn't get. It's some stuff I just want to talk about randomly. Um, job well done, Jackie. When she came
Y'all
in
keep
with Doc.
saying that. She don't look like no op to me.
So you done got
Did you see the last
them
two
eyes.
episodes?
These eyes that got you tricked, boy.
Did you see the last 20 episodes? 20
But
seconds of the
that,
episode?
but
Like
that,
she
I
got
did. She didn't. No, I would think she was opposite if she said, "Got him, Unc." I would have been there for that. But the way she ended, she was like, "Nah, I actually was rocking with dude, honestly."
But the fact that Uncle knew the whole time, like he
if you
knew,
tell me well
like she
done when
was
I
like
do
he
work, even
knew,
if I'm perplexed by it, I did work. That
like
mean that wasn't
he
by
knew.
that wasn't.
Hey,
I got a question, Joe. Joe, if you came in and I be like, "Good job done, Joe. You did good for the company, and you did some shit," and you like, "I don't feel good about it." Did you not do your job? Still, I'm like, "Good
I
job,
don't know,
Joe."
but anybody that tell me when I live with a rich ass family, she done made me tell my family I work 2 jobs. I work 2 jobs.
He did well. Now, see, like to be fair to the look on her face, like I was saying, it looked like she didn't like the idea of like securing quote unquote Will, but like the way Doc was saying, it's like, oh, you were part of the plan, so and she didn't go against it. She was just like, I
She,
don't really
no, what
I'm
she
ready to
said,
watch it.
what
I'm
she
ready to watch it
said,
unfold. I'm ready to
what
watch
she
it
said
unfold.
was, "I didn't do much." He said, "But you did enough to get him to go to his uncle and get their contract signed," which means she knew the plan. It wasn't like I didn't know what you planning, Uncle. Oh my God, you were planning that? No. He's like, "You did your job." He even quoted what's on my wall, which Uncle Phil saw.
Yeah,
he
Uncle
did.
Phil said,
he
"Oh,
peeped it.
Will told me that."
Like Uncle Phil
By
is
the way,
still
Will
suspicious.
never saw that by the wall either.
He's still
She told
suspicious.
him that.
So.
And
But
he's
who?
worried about the influence at the
Yeah,
crossroads.
yeah,
That's the main thing Uncle Phil was saying
yeah.
Man,
is
Uncle
that
Phil just don't trust him. Like that's all. He don't trust him, and he right to not trust him. So
Monte, but like I said, Will never saw that sign. But Uncle Phil did, but she the one that told him that. Meaning, she know the game. That's it. Even though the demon might not want to be a demon, she's still a demon.
hold on, I wonder how many. So I wonder, they had a whole roster down there playing ball now, doing drills and stuff.
Yeah, they
Somebody,
already
so
they
so if
already
she
skeeted
running,
you.
so if she running around with doing this to all these cats that signing, like ain't nobody
Oh,
down there gonna
that'd
be
be a
salty.
crazy storyline if she was actually doing it to all of them.
I doubt
Oh,
that
you
one.
talking
I
about
think it's
Jackie?
just
She danced for me too.
10K, dog. 10K for each of us, dog. Like,
The
on
bus
some real.
ride.
I think I don't think she's securing them all like that. I don't think she
Oh yeah, I think
necessarily
it
did.
probably just for Will because Will Uncle the
It
big
was
dog.
just like she happened to talk to him at first. He was like, "Oh, I peeped you talking to him." Whatever. Like, we found out about this. Hey, go ahead and hit up the Instagram message back. Go ahead and bring him to my spot. Because I mean, it's just a coincidence that Doc was at the dance spot they was at. Please, like, no, like she the ops. Like, she might
I
not
can
like
give you
him,
that. I
but
can
she
give
the
you
ops.
that.
Like, there's no way that this all this coincidence. No, she the ops.
Not an
Like, she don't like him.
unwilling. I,
She the ops.
I, I really don't want to be your op, man. But I really actually kind of like
Hey,
you.
I see it. You see it with gang members too. Hey, bro, I don't really want to kill nobody, but I'm here and I gotta.
Now she might help. She might help
Ain't no
try to
such
bail
thing
him
as
out later.
halfway crook.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
She might
saying.
help try to bail him out a little bit later on in the
She
season.
might
But
warn him.
she the ops. Like there's no way around it. She the ops. Like I mean that's his niece. I'm sorry. It's too many things pointing to her just directly being the ops. Now she might help bail him out or something at the end. Cool, but she the ops. So and they officially I ain't gonna say an item, but they got a little something going now. I'm just like he inside of her world. He got a glimpse into that
She
world.
did a bow wow dance. They together.
So I'm just
Once she did a bow wow dance, y'all together. You can't dance.
it is what it is. Like so, it
That's
is
an
what it is.
enchantment ritual for girlfriend and boyfriend temporarily.
So it is what it is, man. It's all it is. So and other than
I
that,
reckon.
to
I was
touch
gonna say,
on
I
like
reckon we just gotta touch on
We got to shout out to Will for showing love to Ashley after she wanted to quit. It was a small part, but it's actually giving us what the show gave us with Will and Ashley, which I
yeah,
actually
it
like.
actually starting to bond a little bit. We starting to see some
poor
I guess
girl.
diversity when it comes to Jazz and Hillary, in their relationship. They're starting to be like, okay, we're going through some bumps and stuff. Like I'm different, you different.
That
We're
was
just gonna ride with
unrealistic.
each other.
That
No,
was so
it
unrealistic.
actually ain't.
What? That my girl acts like she's Muslim?
No, that is
Like
not. That
That
is
is
she
not.
wants to impress
unrealistic
his
as
parents.
No, that is not unrealistic.
That she
no.
wants to
She
impress
did
his
the
parents.
whole. She put the whole outfit on it. Like if you did that one
That
time,
is,
you gotta
I
do
ain't
that
gonna lie,
all the
my mouth
time.
dropped at that too. Cause I'm like, oh, she gonna come in being bad. I'm like,
I,
oh,
I ain't gonna
okay,
lie.
you
If you
going
have
this
a
way.
girl that's vastly different, they will act complete. Nah, I don't know if they go to that extent, but they will act completely different in front of your parents.
So they had a little song. So It's all well and good. Like,
Yo, she started quoting facts.
Man, ain't no way.
the
Ain't no. I
only
just
thing
that
I
was.
would say,
I'm like, how you remember all this? Oh, your father, your name is this?
please, she a manager, and in her
She
job,
ain't dumb. She
Oh,
not
damn.
dumb.
she
Let's not
know
get it
you
twisted.
know how
Y'all
to
are
you know how
smart.
to use these people, quote unquote. Because please believe that humbling that she finna get from Ivy. Well, I'm still here for it.
Woo.
Like, I'm finna close this deal. Like, she can do stuff without telling me. I can do stuff without telling her. No, you can't. She your boss, baby girl. You don't understand this, but you gonna understand soon. You gonna understand soon. It's like, and now it's setting it up like everything just gonna fall on Hillary at once. It's gonna be bad too. Like, it might
I,
fall on her. Jazz might leave. She might get kicked out the house. She might get fired. It's gonna get ugly. Oh, it might be ugly. Because now she's just setting us up in the hole even worse. Because now it's like, okay, you specifically not telling her. Oh, okay. It's gonna get even worse. Regardless, the
I
only
don't
way to get it,
understand that. Like, if
she did.
you know your role, you gotta know.
She
You have
don't
to be
know her
super
role. She know that
conceited
she uses
to
people.
not understand.
She uses people. Like, no, no,
That
keep
ain't
in
true.
mind, she uses people. She
Aaron Rodgers
used her
CM Punk.
dad earlier in the season or whatever. She used like the influencer house originally to quote
True.
unquote, go past her parents, move out on her own, which really wasn't her own. Then when she got in the contract that wasn't good enough, she used Ivy to get out of that contract, and now she wants to be the boss or whatever. She was using Jazz to just kick it until he found a better option. He's like, oh, no. Now I want to. So no, she uses people. Now, is she a nice person? Yeah, but she uses people. She doesn't really take the ramifications or the responsibilities of the decisions that she's made. She tries to skirt around them. So, like, just like they said earlier last season where like her dad bails her out of situation. So, like, this is what she does. So this humbling that's finna come, it's gonna get ugly. But that's just the only thing for the future for her. And the only other future I can predict is since I said something about Will last week, it came to pass. This week, because you have to pay attention. Will not in school this week. So Carlton on his own. And right now Carlton is a bit more of the popular person. So Carlton is finna get a little bit of possibly a little bit of stardom, with coming this week without Will. It's just him and Lisa, who ain't gonna talk to the old boy no more, 'cause that's done for. So now, you know, you finna see some Carlton action. And Carlton this stress might get the Carlton a little bit more since now he finna be the man. Yaz might come up and be like, "Hey, Carlton, can we talk?" I don't know, man. I ain't feeling it no more, man. So he might be getting a little bit in his head a little bit. He might, the old team might come up and be like, "Yo,
You got a little
Carlton,
too much dip in the chip. Oh, boy.
we seeing what's going on." I'm telling you, bro. Like, Carlton finna be the man for a week. We might finna see some effects of that, like this, because Will not finna be in school for a week. Not he ain't finna be in school a week. Basketball, that, so Will ain't really finna be there, for this next week. So now they finna go this way. Will finna find this Doc and this Bel-Air swag and the ops, and Carlton is finna be the man, the representative of the school for this award and the mental health picture in it. Boy, boy,
Oh, that's gonna make him look stronger. He gonna be the head.
like,
You think Connor? You think what's his name? Connor? You think Connor's coming back?
like
Racist Connor.
Carlton might get back to the status that he was at the beginning of last season in a different way. Because Carlton was the black guy in Bel-Air school, academy, or whatever last season. Now he might come back around to being that guy, but in a different way. And this might give him the same pressure, except he ain't gonna have the meds. So now he ain't gonna have nobody but Lisa, who really can't watch him the whole time. Man, it might be the Carlton episode, next episode, when they see that boy in school. And he's just there. He's just Carlton. Ain't gonna be no duo, ain't no Will, just Carlton.
And I
Might be
and I
next
just want
episode.
to make sure y'all tip in. Y'all can buy the merch. But also, I just want to throw this out here
Body
to
merch.
Ashley. It's just like make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. Y'all know the deal. Overall 99 Media, Blurry Cartel. That's what we do. But I just want to throw this out here, man. Poor Ashley. They treating her just like in the original series, like it's like they trying to like obey child labor laws. So it's like, man, she can only act for about 2 hours this week. So y'all better get what y'all can from her. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she just got these parts where it's like, all right, I'm throwing shit away for a second for this episode. Okay. Now I'm reading a book on the couch, and then Will gonna give me some
I'm
read.
gonna be honest, I don't
We're
think they got
done.
nothing for her. I don't think they
We
got nothing
done.
for her. That's it. I just think they ain't got no script for her. Like, what do I know about a 14-year-old girl's
I mean,
life?
Well,
the
Like,
season started off because
to,
of her in a sense, but
to be fair, Ashley, prior to her growing up in the original Bel Air, didn't have much of a role other than
that's fair.
bonding with
It's fair.
Will and being like a plot device in certain episodes. She didn't have much of like
She
a
applied back then.
standout opinion or something like that until she got older, and that was her thing. That her getting older, growing into herself and everything. So unless we get a time skip or something of that nature, we'll will them. Which God bless. I hope Bel-Air is able to keep going, different season, whatever they want to do. But unless we get some kind of time skip or point where Ashley goes like 3 years older or something,
She
I
is
ain't
a.
seen it.
Well,
Hey,
she gonna come back with them little rings hanging out her little nose and all that stuff.
And
They
then like
just
I said,
give
I
you a
really
time
ain't seeing
skip.
it like the
Tattoo.
way this is going. I'm really not seeing that kind of thing. Them going as far as like college and stuff like that. I'm really not seeing something like
They
that.
gotta give Will at least senior year, hopefully.
I mean, I feel that, but no, I'm pretty sure they get the proms or something. But I'm just saying, I don't know if they're gonna go to full college right now. I ain't really seeing it. I think they'll probably stop it at like graduation, maybe.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna probably. They added Jackie. Jackie was a person from college. She
Yeah,
was not.
Correct,
I
correct.
could.
So there's
Yeah.
your
Plus, Lisa here.
loophole.
Lisa was in college, so I could see this ending in like graduation or something. Which is
Yeah,
either
they.
way.
Was Lisa in college? I thought she was high school.
Nah, shoot.
She
She might.
was because her line sisters. That's right. Because they
Yeah.
tied her up and did that trick. You right. Yup, yup,
So
yup.
I can see this ending in like graduation or something.
Yeah, they adding all the characters that had in high school, from
That's
college and high
smart.
school.
That's smart. Just in case it don't work out, let's throw all these characters in here. F it.
I
That's
mean, that's just
smart.
the story they chose to tell, so I'm cool with it. But just otherwise,
Yeah.
my prediction, boy, you will get that Carlton episode.
Do we get the Carlton dance? Does he do? Does they get him to do the Carlton dance one day?
He did the splits during the after he
I
got
know,
that
but do
straight.
he do,
So
do he do the full
it's
thing?
there. It's there.
I think if they have him
See,
do the dance, it's gonna be at a time when he's under the influence.
oh, if he do a perked out Carlton,
And I
that's
think it'll
gonna
be
be
when he's
wild.
under the influence. It'll just be he'll be swagged out, and he'll just hit the dance.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the moment because that makes sense. When he's on the influence, if he gives in, who knows? And like think another part of that, 'cause I'm really on this Carlton. I think they're gonna have like it's gonna be a Carlton moment, Carlton episode, whatever. Because Will's
Yeah.
number one job
Is
is
to
to
watch out
watch
for.
Carlton. He can't watch Carlton if he's not in school. It's gonna be the Carlton show, and it might get a little real.
He
That's
go
all I'm saying.
perked up doing the Carlton dance is
It,
crazy.
it might get a little real next episode for your boy Carlton. Just saying.
Uniqo, what can they find you?
UnicoWilliams.com. Oh, hold on. Let me retake this picture on it. That look good on man. Not that picture, man.
Ah, yes, sir.
But y'all know the deal, man. UnicoWilliams.com. All those roads and links lead right here to me. Whether it leads to me or it leads to my homies. Y'all know the deal, man. We work together, we a team, and we just trying to make sure that we gonna handle this, man. So every Thursday, every Friday, whenever this drop, you know the deal, man. We out here. Man, what kind of terrible smack DVD was that? We out here. Jeez, my bad. Anyway.
Murray Savings.
I mean, what's up? Your boy Monray Hudson. My time has come. You can find me everywhere. It says Monray Hudson. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Make it make sense. Blur Cartel over on 99 Media. Broke Ugly Dudes. I'm everywhere, especially on YouTube. Come hear what I got to say. Next week, we'll see what characters we choose. Who gonna have the enlightenment? Carlton.
The enlightenment.
Shout out to the enlightenment. Shout out to that demon named Jackie.
This man.
Yes, shout out to that girl. Yes.
She done already took Joe, so he like
Yes.
she did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong.
I mean, she took Joe, and I already folded. As soon as we hit the dance studio, I was folded. I'm sorry. She got me in the dance. I'm sorry. I'm folded.
And
First off, the sitting on the pool table thing or whatever she was sitting on, I forgot where they was at the time. But just
I done folded for two girls already. I folded for beautiful Ivy Carucci. I done folded for Ivy like episode 1, and then I done already folded for Jackie. Now I was like, well, it's over with, bro. So like yawns, man, you the only one left, bro. I done folded. Uniqo done gave in. He didn't sign the contract, so.
I'm pretty sure that demon got something.
No amendments. Take everything. I don't care.
Yo, what if she start playing video game next week and I fall in love? Come on,
Oh, man.
She done did dancing for my right, then she start doing something. That's
what
a
if it's
demon.
Fortnite? But what if it's Fortnite though?
That ain't gonna get me. She gonna be on playing RPG. She gonna be like, I play Skyrim on Elden Ring. I'm like, oh my god. This demon do everything. This demon has unlimited.
I wish she was my homie just so I could just text her right now and be like, hey, can you pitch to them that you play Skyrim? I just want to see something.
Elden Ring, God of War. But you can find me here at Over on 99 Media. You can find me any one of these places. You also can find us tomorrow watching Power. We doing a show on Power, so be there, join us for that. I don't.
Badass Tariq.
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna do that live, but I gotta see because some people do like that live, but I don't know if we're gonna decide on that. But soon y'all will know us. But now you don't. But until then, it's
who are these niggas?